Okay, sorry about that. I had a student come into my prep hour asking to take some photos. It's for media arts class. Not that you need to know about that. All right, so moving on then, you can identify a file by its file extension. So just like I showed you the examples, when they have those different dots, those dot whatever, so .bmp, .jpeg, all of those give a hint or a clue as to what type of file it is. So I think most people know by now that a .jpeg is a type of image or graphic file. A .gif, so a GIF, is another type of graphic or image file. A .png, that's another example of those. So all of those on top are different image or graphic files. And then there are different extensions for video files, so like .wmv, .mov, .mp4. So an MP4 is a video. I'm sure you've heard of MP3 before, and MP3 is music. Oops. I skipped way through that. So all of those then are different types of examples for video files. And keep going on. So MP2 and MP3 are examples of audio files. An MP4 can be both a video or an audio file, but generally it is more going to be a video file. And then I talked a little bit about the executable files, and .exe and .bat are really the most that you will see. .exe is the most likely that you'll see when it comes to, I don't know what I just did, when it comes to executable program files. So here, I don't know if you guys can see that, so I'll hide it. So here is just a table explaining those a little bit more. So image files, you can see there's .bmp, .jpeg, .tiff, .png, .gif. Audio files then, there's the .aiv, mp3, .wav, .wav, .wma, .wmp4, or .mid, and then video files. There can also be a .aiv for a video file. .mov is a video, .wmv is a video, and then .mp4 again is a video, and then those executable program files like .exe and .bat. Those are really the two main ones for that. So those are all different types of files, and you can tell by what it is, by what the extension is, what the file will be, what type of file it is. One thing though to remember, that there are many different types of audio, video, and image files out there. Those are just the most common file extensions that you've probably heard of or have on your computer. There are different ones, but those are the main ones. So now that you know about the different files, you need to then open them using the correct application. So you should choose the correct application to open the file according to its extension. Every computer comes with software already built into it that can open a picture or a video or an audio file, and those are usually then the default programs that would be used to open those different files. You are not limited to those programs, though. There are many different ones to choose from. So an example of this is if you have a .doc, then you'd want to take Microsoft Word, since it is a document or word processing software, and you would open it through Microsoft Word because it is a .doc, so it is a document. And so you need a document application to open it. So moving on then, when it comes to now that you've seen the extensions and you know what the files are, you can manipulate your files a little bit, and that can help you to navigate around your computer and just make it very organized. So one of those ways is to create folders. Those are a great way to organize your different types of files. You're going to be doing this in class, so how you can create a new folder is to navigate to the disk or drive where you save your work, click on the File option, choose New from the drop-down menu, choose Folder, and then type in the name you want to give your folder. So you can use something descriptive that will help you identify the contents of the folder. For example, I think in your assignment today, you are going to create a new folder for this class specifically. So you might want to name it then like Comp Apps, Computer Applications, maybe even like put a folder in that. So then you have Comp Apps, and then you put in there like Unit 1, Unit 2, all that sorts of things. And you can create as many folders as you need, and you could create a folder like name processing files where you would store all of your letters and reports. So you're storing them specifically by the extension or the file type. And you could create folders named for each of the classes you're taking this year. So there are many different ways that you can organize your files. Like I said in here, we're just kind of doing an example. It's all on your own if you want to keep your files in a certain way or not. I just want to make sure that I know you can do it. And then you can also create a copy of an existing file. So maybe you have a 2-term class and you want to copy it so that you have one for the first term and then one for your second term files. So you can right click on the file name, and then on the drop down menu there appears a choose copy, and then you can right click in the blank area of a screen, and on the drop down menu then it should appear paste, and you will see the original file and the copied file. The copied file will have the word copy in the file name. And then you can rename that. So then what you would just do is right click on the file name, and then on the drop down menu you would choose rename, and then the file name will be highlighted and you can just start typing the new name. So be sure to leave the extension and the period at the end, and then hit the enter key when finished. Some of this is a little confusing, but once you do it in your work it will end up being pretty easy, I think. And of course, if you need help, always ask me. And then, of course, you can delete an existing file or folder. So if you decide that you chose that copy one and that you don't actually need the copied one, you can just delete it by right-clicking on the file name or the folder name. And then on that drop-down menu, choose delete, and you will get a delete file message asking if you're sure you want to permanently delete it. And then you just click yes to delete the file. So just a summary of what you learned today. Application software is a computer program that performs a specific function for the user. A file type can be identified by looking at its extension. So for example, my drawing.bmp is an image file. My video.wav is a video file. And my music.mp3 is an audio file. And then setup.exe is an executable program file. All right. Have a good week. Just kidding. Keep going. Various software applications can perform different functions and are used for different purposes. Folders are created and named appropriately to help organize files, and then files and folders can be created, named, and renamed, and moved and deleted. Wow. Sorry, lots of stuff. So all of that is within this lesson.